Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com with a review of a funny film, actually, a film that's has been available, and you can actually buy this on certain websites, but obviously it's not officially been released in the UK yet. Obviously it's out in the UK on the end of January 2020. So I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about this film because it's by one of my favourite weird directors, who's obviously a bit quirky. And obviously with the recent passing of the wonderful Mr. Jones of Monty Python fame, obviously this is directed by Terry Gilliam. And the film we're talking about, of course, is The Man Who Killed Don Quixote, which is a 15 rating and has come out at 2 hours 12 minutes, an adventure comedy drama. So as I said, obviously certain territories around the world, as in America and Portugal, France, I mean, this has been available to watch, but it's not been available in the UK. And I'll tell you a little bit of why and the wherefores of it. Anyway, about the film, it's an adventure comedy film directed by Terry Gilliam and written by Gilliam and Tony Grisoni, loosely based on the novel Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Gilliam unsuccessfully attempted to make this film many times over the span of 29 years, which made it an infamous example of a development hell. Gilliam started work on the film back in 1989, so 31 years ago, but was unable to secure funding until 1998, when it entered full pre-production with a budget of $32 million, which wasn't was quite a lot of money in 1998 even. So Jean Rochefort was down as Quixote. Johnny Depp was as Toby Grisoni, who's obviously who's an executive in this, who was actually thrown about seemingly through time. And Vanessa Paradis as the female lead. So the shooting began with Johnny Depp, Toby Grisoni, and Vanessa Paradis in 2000 in Navarra. But a significant number of difficulties, such as sets, equipment destroyed by a flood, the departure of Rochefort due to illness, problems obtaining insurance for production, and other financial difficulties led to a sudden suspension of the production and subsequent cancellation. So it's cancelled then. I mean, Gilliam didn't give up, obviously. He made repeated attempts to relaunch production between 2003 and 2016. However, it all ended up being cancelled for various reasons. Unexpectedly, in March 2017, filming started with Adam Driver, who was confirmed as Grisoni in 2016 and helped secure funding, and Jonathan Pryce as Don Quixote. On the 4th of June 2017, Gilliam announced that the shooting of the film was complete 17 years after it originally started. I mean, the problems didn't really end there. It premiered on the 19th of May 2018, simultaneously acting as the closing film at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival and being released in French theatres. But Gilliam faced more difficulties in the process of releasing the film worldwide, partially due to a lengthy legal dispute with former producer Paolo Branco. Subsequently, the film was only released in a few other countries, including Belgium, Spain, and Portugal. It was released in the United States and Canada on April the 10th last year, 2019. So that's why you've seen it, and that's why you can still buy this all region versions of this on the internet. And finally, it hits the UK on the 31st of January 2020. Well, was it worth all the buggering about? Well, I mean, on Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a reasonable approval rating of 63% based on 102 reviews, has an average rating of just over 6 out of 10, which is a watchable rating. The Metascore, the critics didn't quite like it. They're a little bit down on that. They've given it a 5.8 out of 10. And this is sort of summarising the playlist Jessica Klang, who rated it 6.7 out of 10 and added, "It is certainly too long and too messy, too indulgent in some parts and too starved in others to be an unqualified success. But the surprise of it is that there are times like the inspired first act when it really does work, when it seems to have a kind of manic energy, a sheer joy at existing." Internet Movie Database, they rated it 6.4, so that's Joe Public, that's the users, mainly American, obviously, and not British watchers because we've not had a chance to see it yet. So they give it a 6.4 out of 10. Cher Old, who on the 3rd of October last year, she rated it 6. And I must admit, I mirror some of her sentiment in what she said. She said, the history of the making of this movie is ultimately more interesting than the movie itself. A disaster-prone adaptation of Don Quixote eventually gets made about a movie as a director sucked into the book's world. The script was rewritten year after year, so it's surprising that the end result feels a little underbaked. Toby's a fairly awful and destructive person, and to some extent the movie follows the trajectory of awful person gets a chance to look at his life. But that part isn't especially convincing. The movie is mainly notable for Jonathan Pryce's spirited take on Quixote. He saves it for me, Jonathan Pryce. The decadence of the castle scenes and the shifting realities. But while all these things are good on their own, they never quite fit into a cohesive drama. Joana Ribeiro is appealing as a damsel, but her motivations are murky, and she always seems more plot device and fleshed out character. And the ending is just lazy and unconvincing. Parts of the movie are enjoyable, but at the end, my reaction was a big, so what? Yeah, and I mean, I've done a little blog on this movie and my MGN review, just quoting from that. This is what I said on that. Yes, there were parts of this movie I liked, but it is far too long and a long way from Gilliam's best. 30 minutes less would have improved the movie. Price and some nice sets just about make it not a totally wasted 130 minutes or so. A film a long time coming, which I look forward to, but has to go down as a little disappointing. And I gave it an MGN rating, movie game nostalgia rating, of just 6 out of 10, which was a bit mean. I mean, probably Jonathan Pryce is probably worth 8 or 9 out of 10 on his own because of the way he acts, but I didn't have a lot of love for a lot of the other characters in the thing. It is a film I have looked forward to and forgotten about, and looked forward to and forgotten about over time, because obviously I do enjoy Terry Gilliam. I mean, my obviously, apart from the Monty Python films, my real favourite of all time would have to be Time Bandits, to be honest with you. That's my all-time favourite. But you've got things like the Baron Munchausen and stuff like that. Very quirky. But yeah, the trouble is with this, I mean, I don't know how much the screenplay altered over 30-odd years, but there was just something missing. It was just, there was elements, some good elements in it, but overall it just left me a little disappointed. And I said, at over 2 hours, there just wasn't enough to fill the 2 hours, and there weren't enough characters that I really invested in, to be honest with you. I did, as I said, apart from the Jonathan Pryce as Don Quixote, I didn't really invest in any of the other characters, male or female, in the thing. So I was a little bit disappointed. So I'll give it a watchable score of 6 out of 10. But anyway, I'm a bit down on what most people think, but it was okay. It was okay. Let me know what you think. If you get to watch this in the UK eventually, or you've already watched it in the US, and perhaps you've watched it a couple of times now, and sometimes these films are better going back and watching again. So just let me know in the comments below what you think. Please push the subscribe button, that'd be great, and push the bell notification so you know these little reviews and specials are coming out, and any thumbs ups are always appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I follow everyone. I try and follow everyone back. I do check every few days who's followed and who's unfollowed, etc. And follow me on Facebook at Bernard and Ian, with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my website, for everything. DVD, posters, and board games. And obviously, if this had come out in the 89, 90s, I might have even had posters of it myself. But there you go. It's been a long time coming, but sadly, I was a bit disappointed after such a long wait. Anyway, let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Whatever you do the rest of your day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And let's hope Mr. Terry Gilliam does something else quite soon and gets the funding, and it's something to shout out about. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye-bye.